Some call him the Viper, some call him the Legend Killer. Randy Orton, RKO. He's set to return to WWE any day now. How would me and CJ book his return if we were in the WWE creative? Stick around to see. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Thank God for Wrestling podcast. I'm host one of two, Johnny King.
I'm host 2 of 2, CJ McClure.
And CJ, the floor is yours, man. Tell us how you would book Randy Orton's WWE return.
All right, so right off the bat, they've been teasing War Games. So what I would do is have Randy be a surprise return at War Games. So like let's just kind of even book this match, if you will, assuming they would face the Judgment Day and throw Jimmy in there too. And you got Cody, John Cena, assuming he's staying around that long, LA Knight. I feel like who's the other guy that episode of SmackDown I know that came out? I can't remember, but nonetheless, you know where I'm going with this. Have Randy be a surprise entrant. Like, do it identical to when Kevin Owens returned to NXT in the War Games match back in 2019. Do that. Like, the numbers game is not in their favor. They need one more guy. Boys, and it's going to be a pop. Randy comes in and just gives them hell in the ring. I mean, RKO City, have Randy bring in weapons. You know, Randy gets lit with the chairs and kendo sticks, and then have them win that match. Whatever the faces go over and win the War Games match. Following night on Raw, Randy comes out, opens the show, cuts a promo, how long he's been gone. Maybe he says that he's probably in the later end of his career. He can't wrestle till 50 like he wanted to because of this injury that he had, but he's still here and he's back and he's glad to be back. Cody Rhodes' theme hits. Cody says that he's glad he's back. They have a reunion, and then the Judgment Day attacks them. This builds up a feud. Randy Orton, Cody reunite to take on the Judgment Day for the tag titles. Dude, the following week on Raw, because this is after Survivor Series at this point. We're probably not gonna have any more pay-per-views. So do the following week or 2 weeks on Raw. Main event Raw. Cody Rhodes, 2/3 of Legacy versus the Judgment Day. Give them time. Let this be a solid TV main event because Randy's back, his first match in months. And when they're just about to win, Randy RKO's Cody. Gives the Judgment Day the win. Why, Randy? Why? Following week on Raw, Randy cuts a promo, and this is where we're back to heel Orton. Heel Randy Orton. Maybe not anger issue Randy Orton yet. I'll get to that in a minute. But have like Randy Orton from the COVID era, like that type of heel Randy. And he just cuts a promo on Cody, just talking about how he's always been better than Cody. Bring up the fact that Randy's actually won the big one. He's actually won world titles, 14 actually. Bring up their dads. I'm sure he could come up with something saying how Cowboy Bob Orton was better than Dusty Rhodes. I'm sure Randy can make it that personal. Bring up Legacy. Bring up Ted DiBiase. Drop his name in there. Bring up how they were doing Randy's bidding, how they were working for him, how Randy was the WWE champion while those two were holding his bags. And even break a little bit of the fourth wall of how Cody left WWE to build himself up while Randy was still in WWE carrying the company during COVID. And then finally bring up the fact how Randy should have been fired multiple times and fired like when violating their drug policy. And then Cody requested his release. Like Randy could say, I wasn't fired. You chose to leave. I'm that much of an asset to the company that they made an exception with me. And have him just say something like Cody Rhodes will never be better than me. He will never beat me. Cody comes out and he challenges Randy. Have their match main event the last Raw of 2023. Because again, I'm pretty positive we're not going to have any pay-per-views in December. So give people something to look forward to close out the year. And again, give them time. Let them cook. They cooked back in 2013. Job was on the line when he challenged Randy that night of that match. And then, Cody lost and then Goldust lost and the Shield got involved in that storyline. Because people were getting behind Cody then. Imagine this now, how much more over Cody is. And again, just let them cook. Have Randy win this match by a little bit of heel tactics, maybe thumb to the eye, hit his throat, probably low blow is pretty standard when the ref isn't looking. RKO, Randy gets the win, closes out 2023 with the win. You obviously can't stop there. So this will set up a rematch on the road to WrestleMania. Have Cody and Randy face each other at the Royal Rumble. And this time Cody wins. Cody wins the rematch. And I'd say have Cody win, but I mean just like the skin of his teeth. Like have this be Cody's most competitive, hard-fought victory since Seth Rollins in Hell in a Cell. You know, really show Cody climb over the mountain, like beat the but. Like, yeah, Cody, you're over, but Randy's still been better than you. Like, you're always gonna be in Randy's shell. Like, have Cody, I mean, like, fight for his life.
Mm.
Cody goes over. Huge pop when he wins. Later that night, have Cody enter the Royal Rumble match, whatever entrant, and as he's coming to the ring, Randy blindsides him. This is when you get the angry Randy Orton that we had in like 2011 in his feud versus Christian. He's so like he's livid that Cody beat him, like absolutely livid. RKO him repeatedly, hit him with some chairs, throw Cody's unconscious, lifeless body in the ring, only for Cody to get eliminated right away by whoever. Maybe have Gunther do it, you know, for a bit of long-term storytelling from last year. So now you have to have a rubber match because although they're even, but Randy cost Cody a shot at going to WrestleMania. Have the rubber match on Raw, again, main event, and the winner between them goes to the Elimination Chamber. Because, and I say this because thinking realistically, we've talked about it a lot. Gunther's probably going to win the Rumble and then challenge Seth at WrestleMania to main event night one, at least the co-main event. We know they want Cody versus Roman after teasing it. I mean, we've known, but after teasing it again when they had that face off on SmackDown. So to
Mm.
me, this is just the realistic possibility for both. I mean, I would love to see Randy versus Gunther because I think that'd be quite the match, but it's just not going to happen, at least not yet. So have the main event of Raw in about February after the Royal Rumble. Maybe add a stipulation. Maybe just kind of boost the ratings a little bit up. 2 out of 3 falls, or maybe Steel Cage. I mean, I can give or take with any of them. Cody wins, goes to the Elimination Chamber. Probably going to win the Elimination Chamber to finish the story against Roman. Now, what do you do now with Randy? Any point on the road to WrestleMania, I would rehire Matt Riddle, have Riddle come back, reunite with Randy. Randy turns on him, and then we have the RK Bros match against each other in WrestleMania 40. And I would give Riddle the win because Randy doesn't really need the win at this point of his career.
Yeah, nah.
So pretty fast, pretty
Solid.
straightforward, but
Solid.
that's just who I am. I'm straight to the point. That's how I would book Randy Orton's return from Survivor Series all the way to WrestleMania.
Ours is kind of not kind of the same, but we do have some similarities. Let's see. All right, so set the scene. Raw 2 weeks before Survivor Series. After we're assuming like Judgment Day keeps attacking Sammy, Cody, and Jay, blah blah blah. So after weeks of tension is building up between the crew of Cody, Jay, and Sammy, Cody opens up the show with the fiery promo, and he says he wants to put a stop to all this once and for all. And then he just says War Games, and then Sammy comes out, then Jay comes out and stands by them, and Jay says War Games will become the Uso Penitentiary, and Cody says Damian and Finn, you better find 3 more partners because then AJ Styles music hits. We all know the history they have. AJ Styles is out because of bloodline, blah, blah, blah. AJ Styles joins him in the ring. Then Cody says, you'll see our last partner before we go to war. Raw before Survivor Series. Jay takes on Dominic in the main event. After Jay gets the clean win over Dom with the spear, he's going to use Roman's finisher. The Judgment Day runs out before Jay can celebrate his win. They all gang up on Jay. Then they signal for backup. Out comes Jimmy, Solo, and Heyman as Jay's laying on the ring mat in agony. Then we see Solo pick up Jay and give him an evil Samoan spike. Then Heyman and Rhea shake hands in the middle of the ring, and now we know that that was their deal, blah, blah, blah. That's what they've been talking about. And Raw goes off air. SmackDown before Survivor Series. The main event is going to be Jay versus Solo. As Jay's preparing to hit Solo with this Uso splash, out comes Jimmy. Jimmy knocks down Jay off the turnbuckle. Roman comes out of nowhere, hits Jay with the Superman punch followed by a spear. He grabs Jay by the hair, looks down, and says, "How many times will we have to go through this? The outcome is always the same. Tomorrow after War Games, you will acknowledge me once again." SmackDown goes off the air. Now we're at War Games. Team Cody makes their entrance. Sammy's decided to be the first one in. Judgment Day makes their entrance. Then the Bloodline makes their entrance. Jimmy decided to be the first one in for them. Roman takes the mic and says, after he does his acknowledge me and everything, he says, "Looks like we're gonna smash y'all because y'all couldn't find a fifth partner." And then boom, Randy Orton's music hits. Pop goes crazy. Michael Cole says, "After over a year, the Viper is back in WWE." Blah, blah. The Judgment Day and Bloodline are in shock. Randy takes in the crowd and he joins his members in the cage. The match ends by, it's going to be a sequence where each team member of Team Cody takes out everybody except for Solo and Randy. They'll be in the ring, and Randy will RKO Solo through a table in the middle of one of the rings. And after the match, the Judgment Day and Bloodline, they're angry and bitter. They walk out of the cage in disbelief. Then after that, Team Cody celebrates their win. And then I had Cody and Randy, they're not going to cross paths for like a little bit because they're just going to be involved in some short storylines, just some busy work. And this is 2 Raws before the Rumble. Cody kicks off Raw and invites Randy out because he never thanked him for the Survivor Series help. They shake hands. Cody's music hits and he turns his back and does the whoa before he attempts to leave the ring. But as soon as he turns around, boom, RKO from Randy Orton, and Orton slithers out of the ring. The Raw before the Rumble. Cody kicks off with another promo and he calls out Orton. Orton comes to the ring and Cody asks why. Orton says, "Because you became best buds with one of the guys who tried to end my career." Orton explains the history him and Cody have and say, him and Cody is real brotherhood, not what him and Jay have. Cody says Jay is a changed man, but Orton doesn't believe it and says, "As long as you're friends with him, you're an enemy to me." Cody says, "We're for enemies. I guess we have to fight." Cody says, "Me and you at the Rumble." Orton leaves the ring, giving no response. Later during the show, as Cody is in the main event going one-on-one with Drew McIntyre, out of nowhere, Orton appears and punches Cody, costing Cody the loss or disqualification, however you want to book it. Cody's laying unconscious. Orton picks up the mic and says, "See you at the Rumble, Dusty son." Royal Rumble is here. Cody and Randy put on a 30-minute classic. Cody wins. This is like you said, I don't want this to make Orton look weak. I want it to be like Cody's best match, Cody's most competitive match. So I have Cody wins by hitting probably like the 4th crossroads of the night. He gets the win. After the match, Randy and Cody stare each other down. Cody sticks his hand out for a shake, but before Orton can shake his hand, out comes Finn Balor. He attacks Randy Orton, and Cody doesn't know what to do. He obviously doesn't really want to be involved in it, so he kind of just walks away now. And then we further the feud with Finn Balor and Randy Orton. Cody goes on to Survivor Series, but he's still kind of messed up and confused over trying to help Randy, and he didn't help Randy. And then so Cody goes on to win Elimination Chamber, and Randy and Finn have a couple matches, maybe at Elimination Chamber. And yeah, that's how I will book it, man.
You don't have a WrestleMania match for him?
Nah, because I don't know who I would want him to. I don't know yet. I don't know.
It's funny you bring up Balor because like I considered like have Randy and Balor WrestleMania because they've never faced each other before,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I was like I don't know, like they were eventually going to do a Matt Riddle versus Randy Orton match anyway, so like find a way to rehire Riddle during the just WrestleMania season and then have them have their match at WrestleMania.
Yeah. I feel like him and Balor will be a good Elimination Chamber match, but I don't know if it's big enough for Mania.
Right.
We need Orton versus like someone big, bro.
Would you have would it be the Demon versus Randy Orton or just Finn
Nah,
Balor versus Randy Orton?
I don't want none of that demon stuff, bro. I don't want none of that. I want regular Finn Balor, the GOAT Finn
But I
Balor.
mean, but on paper, the Demon versus the Viper would be a good billing.
I guess. I don't know, bro. mixed opinions on the Demon character. So I don't know. I want like Finn Balor, like regular Finn Balor, NXT Finn Balor. I don't really want the Demon Finn Balor.
Understandable. Well, be all that is in May. How would you guys book Randy Orton's return? When do you think he's going to return? Be sure to comment below and let us know. Like, share, and subscribe. We greatly appreciate the support. The past couple videos really bring smiles to our faces. I'm CJ McClure. Thank God for wrestling.
Yes, sir. We appreciate the support, guys. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm Johnny King, and we'll see you on the next one. Thank God for wrestling.